Well, thanks for joining me today, Mel. As I encourage people to continue to respond to our Vision Day and our plans for 2023, I've asked people to respond in two ways, by either committing to prayer or committing with the talents of time and money. What would it mean for you, or what does it mean to you, to have people praying for kids-based ministries?
I am more and more convinced that your prayers and your partnership in prayer as a whole church is one of the ways God is working in this place. I'm seeing not just answers to prayer, but just the family that we grow in together comes through prayer. And I actually think it's the most important thing we can do. I think using our talents is super important. We talked about that on Vision Day. But before all of that, just praying for one another and praying for our little people and their hearts and all that they are growing up in the world and in their faith is the most important thing we can do. So prayer is everything, I think.
Well, I also ask people to commit with their most precious resources, their most precious talents, their time and their money. How can people commit to Kids Space in 2023 with their time?
Well, first and foremost, you can just join a team. And the beauty of kids ministry is it's actually not all kids ministry. You might be thinking, I'm not quite ready to, sit with a group of 4-year-olds. I don't feel equipped for that. That's not really my talents or skills. But the breadth of kids ministry really is in, children all the way from 0 through to adults of all kinds of ages. And we need teams of people in all kinds of gifts, whether there's hospitality or just chatting with new people. That's a gift that not all of us have. All the way down to, making Play-Doh and hanging out with our preschoolers. And so just join a team. Come and teach scripture in our local school. Give up half an hour of teaching time a week with maybe an hour of prep as well. Join us in trying to relaunch Playgroup and chat to a bunch of mums and dads and nannies and grandparents. Or give up time to spend, an hour a week in the Bible with kids. There are a whole range of roles that are just numerous, and you can join one now.
Okay, so it sounds like there's lots of opportunities for people to commit with their talent of time. I've also asked people to commit financially supporting kids ministry, Kids Space. If people continued at their current level of giving, like this year, they've been very generous in that way, what would that mean for the Kids Space ministries? Yeah,
I'm so thankful for the generous giving of this church. We were just talking this week how I'm now in my 8th year of St Andrews in ministry, and I'm so thankful for every single dollar. It does not go unacknowledged or without thanks. But to continue at the level we are now would be really challenging. Before COVID kind of, spun our world into a bit of turmoil, we had just really started launching and developing some new ministries like Hub Holiday Program, playing with extra days of playgroup, things like that were really as a result of our church growing and the need that was presented already. And we could only really do that because we had a high level of staffing in kids ministry. And so to continue that level of kids and families ministry becomes very challenging at the staffing level that we're at. And my deep prayer is that we wouldn't have to press pause on anything anymore. We can just continue to grow, serving our community, growing disciples, and all that entails. So it would be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, if people then were able to continue to give at their current level, but then were able to also support this tax-deductible Kickstart initiative of raising $100,000 before the end of the year, how would this change what you're able to do in Kids Space next year?
I think it would be a bit of a game changer, actually. I think it would allow us to feasibly and sustainably continue the ministries we've already started. So I'm conscious of Hub and Extreme and Playgroup, 3 ministries that very quickly become unfeasible without some of that tax-deductible funding. Our main ministries, of course, will always continue, but it would gift us the freedom to think not just beyond what can we do or can't we do for next year. It actually gives us the freedom to think beyond that. Where could we continue to go to in the future as well? How many kids can we see at Hub? What kinds of things could we do rather than can we do it or not? So it would allow us to dream big. Yeah.
Look, very exciting, Mel. Friends, I hope that you can see that your prayers will make a difference to the Ministry of Kidspace, that your commitment with your time will make a difference to the Ministry of Kidspace, and that your commitment with your money, with your finances, will make a difference to the Ministry of Kidspace. Can I urge you to respond to our vision for 2023 with that email that I sent out? I'll send it out again this week so you can have the opportunity to fill that out again. Fill it out for the first time if you haven't already, and commit financially to this Kickstarter fund as well. Thanks heaps, Mel.
Thanks, Mal.